Double Dragon 2, Mad City, Drymon. Alright. We've got some family computer games, Famicom games here. A lot more Famicom games here. You'll definitely want to check out my 500 yen Famicom challenge because Alright, as you can see, I'm in the Famicom games, and you know what that means is... It is
the 500 yen Famicom Challenge.
That's right, everybody, I'm bringing it back. The 500 yen Famicom Challenge. I've picked up some really cool things in the past. You can check the playlist in the description if you like. But we're going to see if we can find a really dope game for only 500 yen. Especially in this day and age, it's getting harder and harder to find these cheap Famicom games, but we're going to see if we can do it. So, we've got Super Arabian, an interesting RPG with interesting artwork too. Urban Champion, Over Our Limit, Akuma-kun, Gegege no Kitaro is the same artist, I believe, but a heavy RPG. Air Yi, a very cheaply done, very early shooter. Exerion, not a fan of it. Mahjong, definitely not. There's this Ultraman Club that is only 480 yen. That's it's in our price range, and I do love the artwork on this. The game is not the greatest, but it's not the worst either, so could be worth it. These Gundam games, not that great. F1 Race, well within our range. We've got King Kong 2, which is a pretty good little beat 'em up type game, top down game. It's within our range. Out of our range is Crayon Shin-chan. Not played that before, but it might be cool to look into. We've got Clu Clu Land, classic one. Some baseball, and a bunch of soccer here. We've got Jaja Maru Daiboken 270. Alright. That is also a classic Famicom game. Got Drymon for 480. It's in our range. I don't think I've ever played Drymon. I might have a little bit. I believe it is an action platformer. Dragon Quest 2. Heavy Japanese in that RPG there. Dr. Mario. Doa Doa. I think it's kind of like a puzzler, this one. Enix Software. Some baseball. We've got Macross here for 480. That's in our range, but not the greatest shooter. Pro Wrestling. This was a lot of fun as a kid, but not that great of a game. Doesn't hold up to today. Takeshi's Chosen-jo. We got Saint Seiya, which is kind of heavy Japanese necessary. Not the funnest game. Is this part 2? It might be part 2. Okay. Never played that one though. 1942, great shooter. Little out of our range though. Pool. We've got Super Mario Brothers 3 and the original Super Mario Brothers within our range, but let's branch out. We've got Super Chinese 3, which is way over our range. Not way over, but it's over our price. Price point of 500 yen. Got some bunch of Dragon Ball games here. Some Dragon Quest games. Not into the heavy RPGs. We got Kunio, great beat 'em up, but out of our price range. Soccer Kunio, that's in our price range, so it's one to note. Some more baseball. Bugs Te Honey, that is in our price range. Takeshi Meijin there. What else? We've got Hanjuku Eiyu, which is a heavy RPG, but very interesting, but over our price range. We've got Fantasy Zone, 1,100 yen, a cool shooter, as you all know. Don't find this much in the shelf, so cool, but it's over our range a bit. What else do we got here? Let's go back to this side. Jinsei game, heavy Japanese, more baseball, F1 Hero, racing. We've got Ramen Man, interesting Kinniku spin-off, but over our price range and not a whole lot of fun. Derby Stallion, definitely not going to go with that. Popeye, that's within our price range. Classic, got the heartbeat icon on it. We got Hyper Olympics, King Bomber King. I don't know how that's different from Bomber Man, but I'll have to look into that. Mappy Land, it's out of our price range, but a good one. Tarvis, I'm not really sure what that is, but I'd like to check it out sometime. We've got Makai Shima, 270, well within our price range. Very classic looking original Famicom game. Came early on. We've got Mario Brothers, the original one. I remember playing that in the arcade as a kid. Makai Mura for 900. This is great, but it's out of our range. Murder Mystery, Sanrio, Pro Yakyu, Yoshi's Cookie, Yokai Dochu, 900. Great action platformer, but a little out of our range. What else do we have here? We've got Yoshi's Egg, Mahjong, some more of that. Did I miss some games over here? I think I missed Mario Brothers. You don't come across that one so much. There's Waganyan 2, Rockman 4, 1800 for that, but it's out of our range. Rockman 5, 900, still a little bit out of our range. Wrecking Crew, a great classic there for the Mario Brothers series, 900 yen. Lunar Ball and Route 16. There were a couple more box games over here too. We've got Nobunaga, which are just heavy Japanese text games. Probably not so good to pick up. Another one from that series. Goemon 2, which is great, but it is also, I believe, an RPG. 1600 for that. We've got Go, or I think this is called Go. Cute box and artwork for Namco. Bunch of family stars. I picked one of these up not too long ago. These are also within our range at 480. Gotta love these boxes. Some interesting quiz show type game. Probably a likeness of an actual TV personality here in Japan. For somebody nostalgic for those olden days there. Famistar 90. Good artwork on those two. This is a shooter too that is very much stuck. 1800 for this. Namco, cool box. Not the greatest shooter. Didn't age well in my opinion. We've got Chibi Maruko-san here too, which is a famous Japanese cartoon, very similar to The Simpsons in the US, I guess you could say. 1800, it's out of our range, but cute box. Very nice. Dragon Buster. Don't like this game very much. It's a little too quirky for me. It's quite difficult. Cool box though. Great artwork. Alright, a few Famicom box games. We got Golf for 1,100. This one is tore up. This Dr. Mario for 1,600. Air Kung Fu. King Nikuman. This game here was the only game I ever returned that I bought from my NES way back in the day. It was just horribly done. Just a poor game. Not fun at all. Very frustrating. I was hoping it would be like an action platformer, but it's just like a fighting game, and it's not even a good one. It's really, really bad. But cute artwork, nonetheless. And that's pretty much it for the Famicom games. So, can you guess what it was that I picked up today? Let me know in the chat real quick before I reveal it to you all. Here is the results of our 500 yen Famicom challenge. And I went with the greatest game of all, Super Mario Brothers. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't go with that one. Here it is. I went with Makaijima, which is a pretty cool little game. I've never actually played it before, but it is by Capcom, and it takes a lot of design cues and put it into Makaimura. So it's kind of like a spin-off of Makaimura. Maybe not quite exactly, but they have similar look to them. I'm sure it was designed by the same people at Capcom. But yeah, 270 yen. It's a really good deal. It's way under 500 yen. So that is our 500 yen Famicom challenge of the day. And this is what we got. Makaijima. It's cool. So let's check it out. This is quite an interesting Japan-exclusive game for the Famicom. It was released in 1987 by Capcom. The main protagonist is Momotaru. You are a sailor who is on a mission to find the hidden treasure of legendary Higemaru. The objective of this game is to find a pirate ship at sea. You must then board the ship and defeat the captain to gain a key, which gives you access to one of the 7 islands. Momotaru can use rocks and barrels to throw at enemies and cause damage. In this game, your score is also your life. So if you have 0 points, that also means game over. Keep your points up to stay alive. This game is much more robust than what I thought it was at first. It's a top-down view that really gives a Legend of Zelda vibe to it. The designs of bosses and enemies can often look similar to the enemies from that of Makaimura, which I found to be pretty cool. Well, it is Capcom, so I imagine there are some crossovers here and there, but I'm pretty pleased with this pickup. This is a very inexpensive pickup for sure, and a good one to pick up for the Famicom. Exclusive Japanese game for under 500 yen. This is definitely one to check out. I hope you guys enjoyed this 500 yen Famicom challenge. If you want to check out my previous 500 yen Famicom challenges, go ahead and check it down in the description below. There are some really good ones in there. You should check it out. That's all for today. Take care, everyone, but above all, stay scruffy looking.
Who is scruffy looking?
Kind of like this guy right here. He's pretty scruffy looking. All right.